Menteri Pengajian Tinggi would make sure that the resources come back. So we have this contract that you can only work for 2 years in South Korea before coming back. This is, okay, all right. This is the use case at the AI Access. So this is probably one of the, also maybe relevant to you, is a software that we use. It's probably for everyday lecturers. Typically, you have a module, you put in the system, 30 seconds later, it will be immersive in terms of your training, and it will be AI generated in terms of you can actually get the assessment or evaluation, everything will be automated. And also you can have some of the module, you can set whether it, because like something like marketing, for example, you want it to sort of like ChatGPT, right? You can explore into the internet as a whole. The more creative it is in the internet in terms of marketing. But for example, medical, you do not want the ChatGPT to be creative and give you additional operation stuff, right? Like that, right? So it will be only limited to those that you put in. So it's all can be set up in that way. All right? This is actually the pilot at UNISA. So we will talk a little bit more afterwards, but I don't know whether we can do that because all the videos can't be played. Okay, next. All right, okay. So I think Datin, Aini talk a little bit of this. All right. So in a way, I guess most people will ask, which is the umbrella, right? The Metaverse is the umbrella or the AI is the umbrella, right? I would say it depends on how you look at it, right? The perspective that we are looking at just now, CelcomDigi as a whole is an AI company. So Metaverse will come under the subset of the entire company structure. But in this perspective, as if we are talking about Metaverse as a whole, then AI would be one component of the Metaverse itself. So AI then would be the subset of it, right? So over here, there's two elements that I would like to talk a little bit more. One is actually AI, and the other one is actually the augmented and virtual reality component of it, which that I only have made my job easy. So after this, we're going to give a quiz. I'm not going to tell, I'm going to ask. Is that okay? All right. Okay, next. Okay, what is AI? All right. So in general, like what Dr. Aini is saying, AI basically is a simulation of human intelligence, right? So it's a simulation of think and learn like human. So it's like in our brain, there's subconscious and conscious mind, right? So the automation, there's a lot of components, but just for today, there's 3 elements that I would like to share with all of you. So number one is actually the automation bit. So automation is basically like subconscious. So if you are saying for the brain, for example, you're saying that, Mas, how do you pump your heart? I don't know how I do that. It just does automation, right? So this component of the AI is actually on automation, will just generate as it is, right? The use case for it is generating reports. So it's no fancy. You put all the instruction, it will follow through accordingly. For machine learning, it's slightly different because it kind of let the bot would do the extra work with you. So you just tell what you want and you actually come out with that. The use case for it is actually the image classification. I told you about the retail assistant that CelcomDigi has it before, right? So that is actually in terms of product classification, recommending and stuff like that. So the AI would do that for you. So specifically, that is the machine learning as a whole. And then we have generative AI. Generative AI is something that you guys would love, all right? So you can just say, okay, come up with your thesis that you have. But be careful, your lecturer have a tool to tell whether it's generated by AI or not. So be careful, guys. All right, next. Yeah. All right, okay, so this is actually to match between the 3 things that I talked about, or the automation, machine learning, and generative AI, with the part of brains that we are looking at, right? So that could actually looking in terms of the both angle as a whole. Next. Okay, so this is where, in terms of the metaverse, there's two things that we need to differentiate. One is virtual learning and the other one is augmented. So who can tell me what is virtual reality? Anyone? Before I point fingers. All right, come on. Indonesian versus Malaysia. Indonesia, tell me what is VR? Virtual learning. Okay, virtual learning is when you are actually at your own world. All right, can go to the next slide. All right, so once you wear that, you are in your own world. You are on avatar or things like that. You are on your own world. That is virtual reality. All right. Augmented reality. Malaysian, come on. What is augmented reality? Pokemon. That is augmented reality, right? You can actually see, like now you can see the entire lecture hall, and you can have sort of like heart pumping over here, dinosaurs and things like that. So you are still in this world, and it will mix into whatever additional virtual reality that you put in. So those are basically the two things that you need to know, right? The reason why I'm telling you that, because our product will actually differentiate between the two, all right? All right, okay, so this is where we are introducing our Hello Medicine product as a whole. This is more for the medical, but it actually can be for the other segment as well, right? So one is actually enhanced medical training. This is specifically for medical as a whole, but it can also be other segments. So if you are talking about enhanced medical training, it could be in the form of, let's say, education, for example. You are in a courthouse. So it's simulation of what is happening. Somebody says, and in like, you know, like the judge is actually giving you a statement, and you are hearing it. At the same time, you are supposed to type it, you know. So that type of training, it's not like classroom where you say that, apa ni cikgu tak dengar? You know, that type of thing. It goes continuously and you're supposed to patch along the way. So those are the simulation that augmented can actually give you that type of training, right? The other one is advanced surgical planning. So that is actually for medical world, but in, you know, like languages or engineering and stuff like that. It's just that there's a lot of equipment, expensive equipment that actually involved. So if you are year 1 or year 2, that is the first time you're gonna actually touch those equipment, it will cost your lecturers a lot, right? So this is where you actually minimize all those things, and to make sure that those sort of like a prerequisite of you having some simulation before you can actually touch the entire equipment itself. Remote, it's more of when, probably if it's in hospital specifically, you are having the operation, we can have now, you know, sort of like doctors from Indonesia to actually advise on the operation itself, or others in Western specifically, right? And similarly, that for the other element that actually goes with the healthcare can be done also for other vertical as well. All right, okay. For the healthcare world, I guess definitely AI would not replace the doctors, right? But one of the things that we could help the doctors is to let them see what is going on, right? Because the more accurate they can see what's in there, that is where they can actually make a better decision, or even operate or practice in terms of reducing the error as a whole, right? Next. All right, okay. Can you play the video? Awesome. Okay, all right, okay. So, stop. All right, okay. So, Hello Medicine is a tool where you can actually transform the 2D into the 3D automatically, AI generated, right? So this is a normal scan. So normally you can actually see the scan on 2D perspective. But now with this technology, you can actually see that in 3D. So it can actually go on 3D. It goes on segmentized. So you can actually see what's in there. And also, while you are in there, it can actually, one is actually you have a detailed 3D model. And number two, it actually improves the surgical planning to it. And then number three is the real-time interactive on the manipulation of 3D model. So in terms of the planning, if you're talking about the heart, you can make the heart bigger. You can even go in the heart, in the pulse itself. So you can actually see, kalau ada blockage ke apa, you can actually see in there. Alright? It's not like agak-agak stuff like that. You can actually see clearly and clarity on what you are doing. Alright? So this is why I refresh your memory on VC and mixed reality, right? So you have one portion of it that talks about the virtual reality. So virtual reality in the aspect of medical, because year 1 and year 2 can't go to the hospital to see the patient, right? So what they do is actually to have all the information in there, so you simulate to the exact simulation of the entire hospital. So you can actually feel that as if you are in a hospital, and you can simulate into what assessments you are supposed to do. So for example, as in if like CPR, for example, what are the simple steps, right? But if you put in simulation, it goes by timing and also reaction. Which one to do first? It's no longer like you refer to a textbook and things like that. So it's more engaged, and also you will make the better understanding for it, right? In terms of the mixed reality, it's more of when the surgeon actually operate itself, it can have the guidance or even the other surgeon to actually go through. So this is where whether you are student, first year student, foundation, or all the way until you are expert surgeon, we have the solution for you in terms of how you can assess. And this can also be in other industry as well. We're talking about oil and gas or manufacturing or engineering and stuff like that. Okay, this one going back with just now I talked about, because it's actually 3D, right? So the other one is actually when we look at the traditional decom, as in the scan, it's all black and white, gray and stuff like that. So we can actually convert the CT into the 3D naturally rendering. What it means, everything is as per what we picture it to be in terms of the blood, in terms of the pulse, muscle, vessel, bone. So everything will be as real life as possible in terms of rendering it. All right. So this is the example of a liver which gonna be automatically AI generated in terms of looking specifically on how it is, on how the entire education is. All right. So this is looking in terms of they do it. This is when they actually do the operation in terms of the scan, advanced breast cancer, taking out the brain tumor, as well as this is the consultation as a whole, where the manipulation of, when I said the heart and stuff like that. Okay. Skip. All right. I would like to show to you in terms of the example that I gave just now. So this is where typically, traditionally for dentistries, you have to actually draw the denture so that you can actually look into that. But in this sense, it's actually embedded into the body itself, right? That's number one. Number two, you can see the advisor actually appear in the avatar form. So it will actually, if it's complicated and stuff like that, it will help you in that simulation. All right. Next is, this is the operation. Over there, you can actually, sometimes when you do the operation, you kind of needs to refer to the textbook, right? So over there is actually opening up in terms of the textbook. And also the other one is actually the one that I said in terms of the denture itself. Okay, this. Okay, then we skip. All right. Okay, this one.
Good. Expansile lesion in the right fourth rib that has been growing steadily on surveillance. Surgery was offered for both diagnostic and therapeutic intent. Contrasted CT thorax showed a 2.5 by 5.5 rib lesion along the right fourth rib. The patient is positioned to facilitate a most direct incision onto the lesion. In this demonstrated case, as the lesion is along the anterior chest wall, the patient was positioned in a supine position with a slight tilt. The CT thorax is then superimposed onto the patient using the sternal notch and C4 anteriorly as key landmarks for reference. A slicer box is used to view different sections of the CT scan, and the lesion location is then correlated using point-of-care ultrasound. Once satisfied with the scan overlay, the surgeon locks the scan in place. To avoid distraction during the initial incision, the scan can be temporarily hidden from the surgeon's view. A direct incision is made over the site of the lesion, and routine dissection is performed down to the chest wall. As demonstrated, the lesion is encountered as localized by the digital overlay, and resection is performed with adequate.
All right, so just now is actually the actual operation done because this solution has currently practiced over 31 countries. So the nearest one is actually Singapore to us. This is done by NUHS. All right, okay, both of the videos. All right, okay. So this is the actual in terms of collaboration. So when you have an issue specifically, you actually discuss together. And this one, repeat that. So this is where.
So
when you
I'm going to
actually
start
discuss,
moving this
you
first.
have the entire organ can blow up and discuss accordingly. All right, okay. So that is the one solution on the augmented. This is on the virtual reality. So it can be done, again, whether it's a simulation of a courtroom or a police station or the rest, it can actually be done on the virtual reality specifically, right? So I have about 7 minutes left. So what I would like to share with you is actually, what I have shared with you is actually the AI journey and Metaverse journey of CelcomDigi, right? Slide. So I would like to bring my colleague here to spend a little bit more time on how you can actually join us on this beautiful AI journey of ours. Stephanie?
Thank you, Dr. Mas. Good morning. Very good. So, Dr. Mas has already shared in terms of what CelcomDigi do. Of course, this is beyond just what we do as a company. There are more other things as well. Now, today what we're going to bring it to you here is that Dr. Mas talked about internship, right? If you're interested, how do you then apply for an internship with CelcomDigi? We have got a 3 to 6 months internship. Of course, we also have a program called a traineeship program. Upon you graduate, you can actually join us for a 2 years program. But the program itself, we will actually bring you through, giving you real life assignment. There will be coaches that's assigned to you to bring you through. These are all real industry experts that will actually bring you through in terms of the journey in CelcomDigi, right? So if you are interested in joining CelcomDigi, be part of us, doing all those things that Dr. Mas actually shared with you just now, there is actually a QR code here. This QR code will bring you to our LinkedIn page. Under the LinkedIn page itself, there is this job where there is this column called internship. It's very easy. It's just 2 steps. Step number 1, follow us on LinkedIn. Step number 2, click on easy apply, submit your CV. That's it, right? So I understand that some of you are actually on a final year that you can actually apply for internship. The traineeship itself will start next year. In a year itself, we will only take 20 to 25 trainees throughout Malaysia. Okay, so that will come more in detail in our LinkedIn page come January. For now, what you can do is actually apply for the internship following that link itself. Yeah? Any questions? Unfortunately, at the moment itself, no. But I think what we can do is that we see what are the possibility of, giving that kind of opportunities to our foreign students as well. Yeah. Yes. The internship is actually open throughout. At the moment itself in CelcomDigi, we have got 60 plus interns with us. Yeah. They are in various department divisions, various assignments. Some of them even did AI transformations, automations for us. So imagine it's just a student, but the power that you have on creating these kind of things, collaborate with us, is huge. Yeah. So we have got the network. We need your talent. Together itself, we can actually build something greater. The internship? No, it's throughout. Yeah, it's throughout. So we don't say that, we are not saying that only in January itself we open. At any one point itself where the divisions has these projects and all, we actually open up for internship. Okay? Yes. No, so it's not just specifically AI. Like I mentioned, throughout the organization itself, various department division itself, wherever there's opportunities open up, we actually take interns. Be it from HR, comms, finance. So it's not just on AI or digital or technology side. Yeah. Okay. Maybe some other questions for Dr. Mas. Any other questions that you have? I think if let's say you do have later on, you can always drop us a note, or you can actually look for Sufi? Yeah. Luffy, sorry. Yeah. Oh.
In what way can depends on AI for discussion making demands human creativity?
Okay, thank you for the question.
Yes.
Okay, so basically AI is just
Yes.
the intelligence of AI is actually the designer itself, right? So if you put the emotion part to it, the discretion bit, it can even calculate to you in terms of the probability games, right? So if you're talking about, if suspect A at the crime and the probability of it happening, and you put it, the more possibility that actually you put in, the more you actually created it, the more it can actually give out in terms of the discretion. Because discretion is actually, for us, is just subjectivity, if for human, right? For the AI, if you are actually putting it specifically, it can go by percentage. So these are the 9 possibility of things happening, and this is the percentage of it. So it depends on how you design it to be. It can be just black and white, no discretion, no emotional, it's just facts, or it can be design or input into all the other aspect of it if you want. So if we're going back to the diagram that I have just now, is the ML as well as generative AI. The more input you put in, the more output you will get.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
any other question?
I'd like to ask a question about the CelcomDigi program here. If we were to sign up for this career, do we have a chance to work with CelcomDigi, or do we have a chance to go for something more incredible than that?
Yes, of course. Like what Dr. Mas mentioned just now, right? All those kind of things that we are doing itself is actually for the country and beyond Malaysia as well, right? So today, when you join CelcomDigi, we have got 20 million customers in Malaysia alone. Things that you are doing is not just impacting someone around you, but the entire nations. So I think that's where it's purposeful enough for you to do something that is impacting a lot of people out there, right? So yes, you can join us on an internship, be it 3 to 6 months, getting a feel how is working world, what does CelcomDigi do, what are the people in CelcomDigi itself, on a daily basis, what do we do, right? Of course, if let's say when you graduate and you join us on a traineeship program or even later on in your life career, you know, be it you went to some other company and then after that join CelcomDigi, you can be part of this to actually do it for the nations or even beyond Malaysia. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so one of the things that one of the project that we are working on is actually is a Metaverse world. At that time, we were working with IFLAN with SK Telecom platform. All right, so in there is actually we work together with the Tourism Malaysia in terms of the culture bit. So you have all the avatar, pakai baju Melayu, pakai baju bajau, and dancing. One is actually stepping itself. So you have the movement where Alamak Raya pun ada juga. But it's also in terms of the traditional step, the simple step. So you can actually teach people in terms of dancing. That's number one. Number two is actually looking in terms of language itself. So you have sort of like AI human lecturers. So you can actually speak and they will actually speak back to you. And kalau grammar you salah and things like that, they will betulkan. So those are the two things that the use case that we have. In real time, yeah. Yeah, so we can have and okay, one of the AI element, I don't know whether we have the, can you go up? All the way up? Kat one of the picture yang experience center tu. Atas lagi. Atas lagi. Atas lagi. One more. One more. Okay, this one. Atas lagi. Okay, all right. It's too small. I don't know whether you can see it. Okay, kat situ. Okay, anyway, you can't see it from here. So one of our guide, we call it is AI Reimagine Assistant. So they would tell you about the places kat our AI tu. So you can ask any question, it will reply back. So I tell my boss the name. We call it IRA. I told my boss IRA stands for AI Reimagine Assistant. The truth is IRA is my daughter's name. Yes. So we do that type of thing for the social arts as well, for social science and arts as well. Yeah. Okay. Ni last question yang kedua. All right, okay. So I think it's a good question. At one particular point, kat UK, you know, the machines untuk plantation and stuff like that, there's this movement, those that actually want to go against the missionary because of the fear of losing the job. right? So there's a group that like to destroy the machinery of the factory because of fear of getting lost job. So I think it's similar with this AI thing, all right? It's a fair concern for all the Gen Z students. Kalau Indonesia panggilnya apa? AGB ya? Yeah, ABG. ABG, alright. Anak apa? Baru gede. Alright. So is in a way, it's actually a concern that somebody will replace our job. It's a real concern, right? But I guess the real concern is a evolution of skills that will happen with or without your permission, right? So we want to become, like I said just now, our YB family would like us to become the Asian tiger of digital, right? So the fear of losing job and stuff like that is probably a very small fraction in us advancing. So what we need to do is to make sure that we have a right skill to become effective in this new ecosystem as a whole. The digital is about all of you. You are the new generation of this thing to happen, right? So I don't think that you will be replaced by AI, but you will be replaced by your friends that knows how to use AI. So you can be the one to replace other people or the one to be replaced. It's your choice. Any third last question? All right, okay, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Datin, Dr. Mas, and for a very interesting speech. I thought CelcomDigi is just a telco, but this whole presentation opens up, to a bigger perspective. And I believe we don't say you're awesome anymore. We say you slay. Okay. All right. Our third keynote speaker, we will resume with our keynote speaker. We are going to invite speakers from Universitas Tanjungpura. Okay. Our third keynote speaker is an expert in virtual education and computer-assisted language learning. He has supervised students who conducted research in the use of artificial intelligence for language learning and teaching, investigating how ChatGPT can assist with independent language learning. And one of his recent publications is examining the acceptance of artificial intelligence in writing publication among senior high school teachers in Singkawang. Without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Urai Salam, Deputy Dean of Teacher Training and Education Faculty from Universitas Tanjungpura. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The respected dean, and all other lecturers that I could not mention one by one, and also all the students who are attending these seminars. We have listened and witnessed the previous speakers talking about the highly sophisticated advancements of technology in education. So we do believe that directly or indirectly have reshaped our education. Now, in this opportunity, allow me to share my ideas. I call it running heads because my head is still running. It is kind of the initial thinking. What we have just listened and witnessed, as I said, the really the advancement, the development of technology until today. But now my part is really talking about the usage, the user perspective. If technology starting from Ibu Dr. Aini, you're talking about industrial revolutions that really we come to this advancement, yeah. And also Mr. Haziq, yeah, a very good, presentation showing, showcasing what's he developed. Yeah, as I said, we really want to collaborate. Yeah, we hope that our student can come up with ideas to develop together about technology. And from CelcomDigi, we know is really highly development of the possible technology. Quote unquote, could replace the human. We talked with Professor Aunur Rahman, whether it is possible to replace human. Now, my idea is really talking about the user perspective. If we now already have those technology, now we come to, because we are in education, we come to students as user and teachers as user also to teach their student using those technology. Last time when we were in UNTAN, yeah, we are hosting a little seminar or something like this. I talk about this acceptance. I did a little research, yeah, capturing, trying to understand the students' acceptance of ChatGPT as part of, it's one example of AI application, whether ChatGPT really a helper, or whether the students really have already adopted, yeah, the technology for their learning. Now, our thinking is to accept rather than to reject, even though perhaps many of educators still worry about the advancement of technology, but we are trying to understand, yeah, how they really accept the technology. Now, following this idea, I come up with ideas, self-efficacy on teachers, AI generative use in TESL or EFL. In here, I really want to follow up the ideas of acceptance. As I said, in previous research projects, I'm trying to understand the acceptance of the AI. Now, and the following, this idea or the results of the research can be followed in either two things. The first one is actually we want to know, to understand how the teachers, yeah, really use, whether they are confident, and in what way they use AI for teaching. And the second one is actually we need to understand the real thing happening in the classroom. If we claim that technology could enhance the learning, then the next thing we need to understand in what way they enhance. Do they really improve our students' productivity, our students' engagement in learning? We are afraid or worried that actually the process of education taking place in the part of education in most cases, rather than in our student, rather than in our student. So when we use technology as teachers, when we use technology, we are afraid that our students do not really engage with technology. They could show or produce the product that we ask them to do, but do this product that they presented to us, that they present to us, really as a result of the process of education. So that's why we need to understand that one. Now, from the acceptance model, now we come to, to the idea: do our teacher have any confidence in using AI? What we mean by confident here is not only the feeling that, okay, I am confident because I already accept the technology as part of the practice today. So we are very confident. Actually, the idea was triggered by the communications with few teachers, English teachers. When I asked them, how did you use AI so far available in your classroom? And I asked them to give some little instruction as examples how they use AI technology in their teaching. Now, I was a bit shocked with some example, but unfortunately I could not. I did not present in my presentation here. But what they said, they have used AI application for their teacher, for their teaching, and they asked students to use AI in the process of teaching. But unfortunately, all the instruction that they presented to me at the time indicate that the teacher actually are not aware about the AI capability. AI can do anything that we ask, but it really depends on the instruction that we give to AI application. Otherwise, the process will not take part in the students, but rather than in the machine itself. Now, that's why I think this is my running head. That's why I think we need to understand the teachers' confidence. If they said that I am confident, I can use this, I use almost in every meeting of my teaching, then we have to ask, do you really confident because it's easy for you to teach? Or do you understand actually how AI could impact on the process of teaching? Not the teaching, actually, the process of learning. Yeah? That's really, we hope that AI could enhance the student engagement in their learning. So rather than the AI application replace the teacher itself. Now, of course, that's why we need to understand self-efficacy. I call it as self-efficacy. That I, for example, as teacher, feeling very confident that I could use this application. But we still need to put a big question if someone said that I'm confident. But for the matter of fact, there are many writers and authors and also researchers have claimed, not only claimed, perhaps proof, that self-efficacy is needed, because by having self-efficacy, meaning that in somehow it indicates the level of confidence. We also believe actually if they have high self-efficacy in whatever application, they're not necessarily AI. So meaning that we could conclude that the use the application effectively. There's also attitude play there. I mean, if we have the confidence, so meaning that our attitude toward the technology is positive, meaning that we are happy to use this technology, and also we believe that technology could help our student to enhance the process. So that's basically about self-efficacy. Why self-efficacy is important? Why self-efficacy is needed to understand the phenomena in the teacher parts in order to understand how they believe, how they confidence, how they really, trying to use the technology to enhance the process of education. Now, here the idea then we need to develop the tools or the instrument to measure the self-efficacy. So because our topic today is AI, generative AI, so then we need to adopt and really develop the existing self-efficacy survey that already available for so many purposes, yeah, and also so many unique application, yeah. Now we try to develop that. Now what I propose is, still in my head, using quantitative and explorative qualitative to capture the quantitative things is really because survey, basically survey is quantitative, yeah. But I do not only want to capture from the perspective of quantitative, but I also want to explore the qualitative things. In terms of the qualitative, I really want to capture what is really happening in the real practices in the classroom. How the teacher really use the application, the AI, generative AI application, yeah, and we want to hear from them, yeah, from the teachers, what the perspective, things like that. Now, this is what is, if we want to, if I want to continue with this idea, what is going to happen? Yeah? Something like this. The first thing is reconstruct a valuable self-efficacy survey. What I mean here is that the surveys about self-efficacy are now so easy, so available. There are so many perspectives, so many kinds, so many versions. Yeah, so we can have this one, and the results of this, we construct the survey with our version according to the specification of what is happening in the real field, yeah, and then we try to proceed using the Rasch model calculation in order to have the valid survey, something else, valid and reliable survey. Now, not only that, so we go on with the explorative qualitative, as I said, by asking, using the open-ended survey. So we have once data collection, only once, because the survey can I mean, in the form of closed-ended and open-ended questionnaire. Now, asking the teachers to share their experiences using generative AI in their teaching. Not only asking their experiences, we could also ask them to share the real instruction, that is, I said, the real instruction that they have used in their real teaching practices, as well as perhaps if it goes to the pre-service teachers. So we could also ask the pre-service teachers to give some examples, to ask them to create the instruction as example how to use the correct instructions if we are using AI in our teaching. Now, by this, so we are going to really develop the survey to rethinking once again the survey that we reconstruct from the available that we have already adopt the survey, and including the results from the qualitative explorative that I just explained. Now that's actually the idea that I really put forward in these seminars, because I really want to, I mean, I do love inviting anyone to work together, because what we had ideas when we come to here, we really want to initiate the collaborative research that can be done by lectures, by lectures in UiTM here, and also lectures from UNTAN, by doing matching grants, as what we have discussed before. Now, I do, by this opportunity, I really want to hear some responses from the audiences here about the ideas, as well as also perhaps some ideas from lecturers who are really perhaps interested in working together to work about this issue. Now, if we could do this project, the outcome of the project is the validated survey. So it's kind of the instruments that we have developed together. Now, the difference between our this product and already available product are we combine the ideas not only from already available products, but we combine with the real experience of the teacher who are struggling to use technology, to use, in this case, is generative AI for their teaching. We hope that by by the very fast development of AI technology right now, and in the near future, we could follow with the correct instruction. So then our worry about the technology will replace teachers are no longer the issue, because in fact, teacher will be never replaced, because human, a teacher is human, technology is technology. So we are teaching humans. Technology could help us in our teaching practices. So that's actually the idea. That's that concludes my presentation. So if anything want to raise the questions or respond, I'm very pleased to discuss. Thank you very much.
Do we have any question for Dr. Urai? Any question? Yes, Dr. Razi.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Unfortunately, I did not prepare that in my slides. Actually, self-efficacy survey is not something new. Yeah? It is already a long existed survey. But the technology, I mean, the survey is not about AI. It's about the earlier technology. But the nature of how the teachers use the technology is actually more or less the same. Now, by being inspired by the teachers who are working in the real life classroom experiences, they're using AI, then this could alter quite lots of things in the survey. Now, yeah, once again, I'm very sorry not providing this in my slides about the existing survey that already there. But it is not something difficult to find the self-efficacy survey that already available, used and validated by researchers around the world using technology, but not AI technology. Because I think a generative AI is very new, just come in the early of last years. Now it almost 2 years, people around the world use generative AI, which is very different from AI version before. Yeah. Now there must be so many things happening in the real life situation in the classrooms that really inspire us to really detect the teachers' confidence and their self-perceive about their confidence. What I could share a little bit my what we call perhaps my presume or hypothesis, things like that. Yeah. What my worry is actually the teacher could say that I'm very confident because they think that they are very capable of using the technology, of using the AI, but because the generative AI is very different from just AI. Generative AI is really the mechanism how it works is very similar to humans because as I presented in my last seminar, at least generative AI consists of large language models and then deep learning. By large language models, generative AI really could produce a very nice language, yeah, in order to explain things and phenomena. And by deep learning, by being connected to big data. So the AI machine could almost know, I say almost because AI is not a god, you know, but could almost understand and knows everything in this world as far as the ideas as produced by human recorded online, and they become big data. And you know, the machine like ChatGPT is connected to that. So then whatever things, whatever issue, whatever explanation we ask, with whatever language you require, you can speak in English, but you require to explain in Malay, for example, like that. It is not very difficult for ChatGPT and similar application like that. Now, I mean, the nature of this technology is very different from the technology that's already available before. As we know that AI is actually first invented in 1966. I, for example, already, you know, had a chance to communicate with Eliza. Eliza itself, yeah, appeared in early 70s, you know, by MIT, yeah, experts. Now, Eliza is very early version of AI, can communicate, can talk, can explain, but because without not yet using large language models, so the explanation is still very, you know, very awkward, yeah. But still, we can understand what the machine means, yeah. We can follow, and also Eliza at the time was a standalone computer, so only one head. Is something like that. So, so that's why the explanation is very, very limited, because it really depends on the information stored in the brain of Eliza at the time. Now, today, almost every spoken language, every images, you know, audio, videos, now recorded by machine right now. It is interconnected with big data, cloud system, and so on like that. Now it's become the source of information by AI itself. As example is ChatGPT. So then it can almost answer whatever queries that we want to hear from the ChatGPT explanation. Now, what I mean here is that what mostly happens, as far as I observe, yeah, as far as what I observe from the teachers, the instruction created or done by teachers is just, you know, is just simply like to ask questions, yeah, not really engaging student with the process of learning. So the teachers only ask, for example, can you write this, this topic, give me some outline, or can you give some solution about this, and so on like that. You know, this very easy by AI, because all information already there and can be, you know, absorbed and reformulated using language models. Thank you. But the idea, you know, technology is technology. Technology is not meant to replace human. Technology is meant to help human. So that's we really want to actually to find out. Now this, I mean, my idea is just a little one step, you know, to really to understand what the teachers really want to do. Yeah. Thank you very much because of the time. So I end this presentation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Urai Salam, for the wonderful speech. I believe we have secured a few interested writers to make this topic a reality. Next, we will continue with our last and final keynote speaker for today, also from Universitas Tanjungpura. Our last speaker has completed her PhD at Queen's University Belfast, United Kingdom, and currently the coordinator of Educational Technology Master Programme. She has also been awarded with the Australian Development Scholarship in 2011, International Student Award, Queen's University Belfast in 2016, and the Beasiswa Unggulan Dosen Indonesia LPDP from 2016 to 2021. Without further ado, let us all welcome Dr. Venny Karolina to deliver her speech, a Rasch analysis scale for dependency in AI. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon already? Afternoon, yeah. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the Dean of UiTM giving us the opportunity to be here to exchange our knowledge for our students and UiTM students as well. Today, before coming here, Pak Urai and I, we have already discussed about the potential collaborations that we are going to make between two institutions. And that's why we come to the conclusions that today's meeting, we would like to make use of the opportunity for providing our potential project for the future. So guys, everybody, I would like to propose like a Rasch analysis of a scale for students' dependence or reliance, addictions on AI writing tools in English writings. Okay. So before keynote speakers talk about the beneficial things about AI, artificial intelligence for our language learning, so now we look at another perspective, in psychological perspective, about whether we over-reliance, over-dependence on writing. Do we feel anxious without the help of AI, like ChatGPT, Coolbot, before doing our assignments, writings? I'm sure students here use ChatGPT for your writing. Do you do that? Yes. Including us as a lecturers, perhaps to get the ideas, or maybe not to copy and paste what the ChatGPT has already written on our writing. So make sure that we integrate the technology, but we do not miss out the opportunity of personal growth. Make sure that we select, we get the ideas, and then after that, use our own voice in our writing. Okay, so guys, we know that AI writing tools are really beneficial for us in English language learning, in which they provide a timely, adaptive feedback, platform for practice writing, and readily available, dependable writing assistant for us. However, some universities, some researchers ban the writing using ChatGPT or Coolbot because of the writing pedagogy and academic integrity. So why is it banned? So guys, you know, writing is not, we're not talking about the product only, but we talk about the process of learning. So in writing, we do drafting, we do brainstorming, we do revising, and then so if the students are allowed to use ChatGPT or Coolbot, they will miss the opportunity for developing their critical thinking. We miss the opportunity for them to develop their problem-solving skills. So there will be like a potential addictive effect on AI-powered chatbots in our writing. So today, I am going to over to all of you about how we can make a scale to assess whether we are over-reliant on ChatGPT or Coolbot for our writings. So guys, I would like to develop a practical and emotional reliance dimensions. So we try to conceptualize dependency on AI writing tool for 4 constructs to represent the construct of dependency on AI writing. So we would like to see the frequency of use, the purpose of use, level of autonomy, and the last one is emotional dependency. And then this is the items that we would like to develop, but this is the tentative items. We will develop that. We will analyze the items based on our readings, and then this is only the tentative one. So these are the items that we would like to assess the validity and reliability in to assess students' dependence or reliance on AI for their writings. Okay, we would like to invite the respondents from Indonesian sites, in this case is FKIP UNTAN, and then also students from UiTM to assess the validations of our skills. So we would like to maybe perhaps later on after this seminar, we would like to do like joint collaborations in terms of online survey, and then we're gonna use Rasch analysis to analyze the validations of the items for each construct in relations to dependence of the usage of AI in writing. So we're going to use Winstat for doing the Rasch analysis software. We will do model fitting and item fit statistic for this. And then we're going to use Rasch dimension assessment, whether the eigenvalue greater than 2 to fit the contrast indicate that additional dimensions may perhaps exist. And we also will analyze whether the items functions differently across demographic groups based on the students' response. I think that's all. Okay, that's the one that I would like to invite later on for our joint research between FKIP UNTAN and UiTM Shah Alam. Thank you.
Okay, do you have a question for Dr. Venny? No question? Okay, Dr.
Sorry, it's me again. I think from the title you can see there's a type of analysis, specifically Rasch analysis. I think Rasch analysis to among us in APB could be something new. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Rasch analysis. I think SPSS is more familiar, right?
Yeah.
But now question is, maybe can you enlighten us again? Enlighten us on the advantages of using Rasch, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay, actually we can do factor analysis using SPSS. However, Rasch analysis is much more detailed and more current, in which it is more promising in publishing in Index Corpus Journal. So we can use that better than SPSS or better than SEM as well, structural equation modeling. So Rasch model analysis is the most current one that we can use to analyze factor analysis. So I think maybe perhaps one day we can have a collaboration in terms of guest lecture. I'm available to teach UiTM students in terms of Rasch analysis.
Thank you, Dr. Venny. Any other questions? Okay, so I believe that marks the end of our keynote speech, but this is not the end yet. We have more sharing coming from our last industry partner, which is Google Educator, as well as 2 students sharing for the innovation projects. Before we resume with that, is it okay if we have 5 minutes break? Yes, okay. So we will have 5 minutes break. You can have a breather outside, fresh air, Malaysia air, and then you can come back here after 5 minutes. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. See you after this.
Tutup ni kan macam mana? Boleh? Tu eh?
Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I believe our 5 minute has ended. Alright, so we will proceed with our second industry sharing. Our last industrial speaker is no stranger to us. Okay. Okay, before we start, hold on. Okay, now our last industrial speaker is no stranger to us, as she is also a lecturer from Akademi Pengajian Bahasa. But today, she is here as Google Educator in English Language Teaching and Learning. Now, please welcome Madam Fauzia Saada Haji Abdul Halim. Please welcome.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's already afternoon, all right? Okay. So I was given 20 minutes. Okay, so that means it's not a hands-on presentation. So we'll just quickly walk through how to use Google to streamline your research, yeah? Okay, how many of you here have Google accounts? You have 10. My God, you are a Google master. More than 5, okay. So you can actually just use one to streamline everything, but it's okay. I know some people have more because you have one for academic, one for personal, one for personal 1, and one for personal 2 and 3. Okay, because downloading them and registering is free. Okay, so so yeah, let's just walk through. Okay, so wait, hold on. Okay, so usually my training session hands-on will take about 2 or 3 hours, but we'll go like really, really quick, like speed, really quick. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can just text me. Later, I will or I have to answer right here and right now. Okay, right here and right now. Okay. So how many of you here are familiar with Google dataset search? Dr. Razi? Not really. Okay. So what it does is that it's like a Google search. Instead, what it does is it searches our website and it searches data sets. And what is data sets? Tables, charts, and you need those sometimes for your research papers. So instead of going for Google, I don't know, if, you can find them in data search and you get all the statistics from reliable sources. Yeah, okay. So what you do is you just go into the Omni search. You know what Omni search is? This is what we call Omni search, okay? And then you just Google data set search and it will directly go bring you here. All right. So it's basically a great way to find data sets on any kinds of topics: science, technology, business, arts. Okay. So once you've okay, are we doing hands-on now? Okay. I took a check. We're doing hands-on. Okay. Now, once you're there, it will take you to this page. Am I right? Yes. Okay. Now you need to know what's there. Okay, so for instance, if you're looking at employability in Malaysia, right? So you have like filter options and you can use that to filter your searches, okay? Especially if you want something that is free, then you should go under usage rights, because there are sometimes that some data you have to pay to access them, but there are some data that are free and you can use them, but you have to make sure that you cite them, okay? What else? And then it lists the providers of these data sets so that you know that they are, it's up to you. You decide whether they are reliable or not. Okay, so you can see they're from Statista. I know they're from reliable sources, but unfortunately, if you need data sets from there, you have to pay. Okay, there's one here from EICdata.com, and then you have from tradingeconomics.com, all right? And once you clicked on which you prefer, all right, you can go here. Okay, right? This is when the data is collected, so that you know if the data is relevant or not. Okay, and also the descriptions of the data. Right? Okay, helpful? Yes. Yes. Okay. So now, now, let me ask you a question, okay? So how do you think Google dataset search could be useful or used to improve your research? Yeah, all right, and we know that it's reliable in a way, right? Okay, do we have hadiah for person who, Fina will give hadiah after this, all right? Thumbs up, great. Okay, so this is one way that you can use data sets, yeah, all right? Okay, Google Scholar. I think every researcher have Google Scholar. Of course, I know. I don't want to show my Google Scholar. Mine is quite embarrassing. So yeah, you can see I put a laughing emoji there. Okay, but this is what it looks like, your Google Scholar. Yeah, but what I would like to point out, not this one, but this one. All right. Have you used sections where you can ask Google Scholar to give you alerts on topics or articles that you want or you're looking for? Have you used that? Oh, you should. You're missing out a lot. On different generations. Dr. Razi, I think we're from the same generations. Okay. So, so anyways, what you can do is that you can even, how should I say it, save the article that you find useful for your research, and you can put them in your library. Okay, so therefore it's there. You know, sometimes people say, oh, I don't want to download and put them in my Google Drive. Then it takes up space. All right, you can just put them there in the your Google Scholar library. Okay, and you can also create alerts. This is how you should do it. Okay, so one of the things that you can do in your Google library is that you can segment them. Okay, meaning that you can put them in folders. Okay, so how do you do it? Like this. Okay, so once you click on the hamburger icon there, it's lunchtime. All I could think about is burgers. Yes, right? It does look like a burger, right? Okay, with the big buns there. Okay, so what you do is you can create these labels. Okay, so and also you can create alerts. So once you click here, okay, and then it will give you a prompt. What is it that you want the alert for? And then it will directly go to your email. Once new articles come up with the search that you've already decided, that you've already set for, it will alert you through your email. Okay, very interesting. I find it very interesting. Okay, and you don't miss out. Okay. Like I said, we have only like 20 minutes. We'll just go through. But if you want hands-on, Fina, you know who to contact. Okay, so this is how you do it. Yeah, create alert there. All right, and this is how it looks like once the alert goes in your email. Okay, there you go. Okay, and if you feel that you are done, say you don't want any more alerts from Google Scholar or from this particular title or article, you just cancel the alert. It's okay. So it's not going to be spam anymore in your email. Okay, spaces in our email is precious, right? Okay, so we don't want any more spams. Okay, okay. So what are some of your favorite tips and tricks for using Google Scholar? Cepat, siapa nak hadiah? Who wants hadiah? Nak kata tak ada. All right, Google Keep. Do we use Google Keep? Yes. What do you use it for? Shopping? Groceries? Not for research? Okay, you can use it for research, yeah? Okay. For instance, Google Keep can help you for note-taking, task management, ideation, hypothesis development, Oh, you don't know me before. Now you know me. Right? You have to cut all the way, right? So it doesn't feel so bad now, right? All right. So you can also use that for collaboration. All right. As you can see, this is an example. Mine is a bit messy, as you can see. Yeah? So you can put there your whatever notes, because believe it, I am at an age where I usually forget things. So I have to put that in my notes, put that as a reminder, what I need to do, and then some of the models that I'll be using, the books. Now you know the password for Quillbot Premium. You can, it's right there. Take photos now, all right? And then you know, all these things, you can just put it there in your Google Keep, and you can even share it with anybody who has Google account, and they will have access to your notes. All right, and then you can just ask them, you know, your group members, okay, I've put in notes for our research. Can you just, if you have anything to add to the notes, just put it there, right? And it's updated live. It's updated, yeah, it's updated live. All right, so you don't have to worry about what version did you put this in? What version did I put that in? No, it's live. You put it in today. Your counterparts will get it today, right there and then. Yeah. Okay. Okay, how many minutes do I have? How many minutes do I have? Okay, so I'm not going to ask you this question. All right, Google Docs. If you don't know this, get out. Okay. All right, so Google Doc, this is basically what it does. Collaboration, real time, document linking, okay, voice typing, okay, especially you've been typing for like 2 or 3 hours. I know you do research, sometimes you feel like time just gets away from you and your hands are like, you know, very tired. So you just use voice typing, okay? Voice typing, no, you have, if you have the headset, okay, Yeah, do that. I mean, because sometimes, you know, you type slower than you think. Right? And your hands cannot keep up. Here's the voice typing. Exactly. By that time, we're like, hey, what did I just say? What did I just think? By that time, it's gone. So if you have the ideas, that's just like, whoop, whoop, all right, voice typing, voice typing. Okay? And you can even use that for revision history, because when we do research, sometimes we have like so many versions. Version 1.1, version 1.2, version 1.20, version 2.3. Okay? Which one are we looking at? Okay? So instead of creating all this version, you can always go to version history, okay, and see which one you think is the best version that you want to keep and retain. Have we done that? Have you seen version history? No. Oh, no, you can always go back. There's a section where, let me show you. No. Anyways, that's how you create new documents instead of going to the, okay. So let's see, here is the version, here's the version history, there. Because nothing is being done on this page yet, so there's nothing there. Okay, but if there's something there, oh my gosh, you're gonna see all my secrets. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Cari yang aman saja, okay. Harap-harap ini adalah yang aman. Okay, dah. Okay, so if especially if you have collaborators, you can tell who contributed a lot. Nampak? Yeah. Okay, and then you can contest lah. Hello, I should be author 1. All right. So you can see. Okay, so these are the version that has been since October 2021. You. Okay, tapi paper ni dah publish. Alhamdulillah. Peram lama. Okay. So let's say. I'm looking at this, okay? This version since 2021. All right, so this is quite new. I mean, like back then, it's not. No, it's not going to take up any space. All right, but if you don't, obviously we don't want this version, okay? No, it's not going to erase them, so you don't have to worry. It will only happen in Microsoft. No, I don't know. Sorry. Don't quote me. Okay. So even if you clear your cache, it's not gonna what do you call this? Erase the history. So don't worry. Don't worry. Okay. Especially in Google. On Google Docs only. Okay. Not Microsoft. Okay. So far, I've never seen Microsoft does this. All right. So, okay. All right. So this is one of the useful tools that I use all the time. Because sometimes, you know, we have like this version that we want to try out, you know, that we want to write, and we want to see how it pans out, and then you feel like, gosh, now it sounds rubbish. Now you want to go back. You can go back, go to version history, okay, and you can always go back, and then it will ask you, restore this version. Remember, if you restore this version, meaning anything that goes after that will be gone. Okay? Okay, now, going back. What else? Okay, voice typing, revision history, comments and suggestions. Okay, do we use this? All right, so I don't need to go through this in detail. No, okay. Bookmarking and outlining, we can do that as well. Integration with Google Scholar, embedding drawings and charts, we know how to do that, yeah? Okay, you are smart people. Why are you even here listening to me? Okay, all right, another thing that you can do, okay, this is an example of real-time collaboration that you can do, especially if you are writing and you are somewhere at a beach. You don't have to come to the office and write, you just write at the beach, all right, real time. But I don't know who does that, like go to the beach and write research paper. okay? But maybe there are people like that, okay? But you can do it real time, okay? And the comments that you put in the documents will be seen real time as well. In fact, while you are writing together synchronously at different locations, say you want to discuss live, you can. There is a section here where you can terus call. Yeah. Provided that if you have a camera there lah. All right, and then you'll be wondering, alamak, I'm at the beach. What do I do? All right. So, okay. So you can use these features. Okay. Okay. And then another thing that I noticed that some of my students, they don't realize that you can have suggestion mode. Instead, hold on. Everybody's excited. No. Okay, I am excited. Cewa tak adalah. Okay, now comment suggestion mode. Especially if you're working together, sometimes you feel like you do not want to comment directly. You can change as a suggestion. It should be there. Suggestion. Okay, that way you don't directly edit the document. Instead, it gives you like a green line. All right, and then the owner of the document will decide whether to accept your suggestions or not. Okay, so this is a cool way, especially if you are a supervisor and you have your students who are doing FYP, you can do this. Okay, all right, and then you can document share. Okay, do we do this? We know how to do this, right? Yeah. Okay, and integrate with Google Workspace tools, access anywhere, offline mode. Also, you can do that. Offline modes, okay? Version history, I think we've gone this already. Okay, these are some of the other cool features that you can use, okay? I use this all the time with my students, especially when they have to ding dong back with me in terms of their outline. You know, they have to write speeches, okay? So instead of them coming to me physically, so I would tell them that, okay, it's completed, then you just put there, completed. What's the next step? Done. In progress. So they can just directly look at the document and they know where they are, what they should do, and you can even put notes there. Okay. So here are some of the features that you can use. Something like this is drop down, table template, meeting notes, email draft. Just go to Google Doc and play around with it. Okay. All right. Okay, these are some of the Google extensions. Does any of you know or use or download extensions? Yes, we should do it, okay, because they are useful tools. Now, for research, what I use is, I use this one, Deep Citation, okay. So you just go to Google, what's it called, Wawa? Google Extension Shop or something. All right, and you can just go there and they will ask you which one. You can just search. Okay, there's so many extensions, and you can find the one that suits your research, especially for this one, writing bibliography. Okay, and instead of writing one by one, no, it's a different one. Okay, so what you can do is, if you have the DOIs, you just copy the DOI and it will add terus like this, okay? So if you do not want your research to be on document, you just copy paste it in your Microsoft document. Microsoft, okay? Microsoft did. Sorry, Microsoft, okay. Saja je, today I am a Google person, okay? Probably another day I'm a Microsoft person, okay? All right, Google Sheet. What do we use Google Sheet for? Do we use it for research? Many times, especially if we're collecting data, right? Okay, so these are some of the ways that it can help you, okay? Data collection, organization, data analysis, visualization. You can even collaborate. I mean, like, come on, you're not the only person that is doing the research. Somebody else needs to help you with the data analysis as well, right? Okay, integration with other tools. You can even use extensions to help you with your data. Okay. So this is how I use mine. This is an example because I want to keep track of whom I'm emailing. All right. Mail merge is an extension that I use. So if I am sending my survey to 500 people, yeah, okay, for survey 500 people, do you like send one by one in your email? It's gonna take you like days. Please don't do that. Okay, there is an extension that you can use in your Google Sheet. All right, all you have to do is just follow the instructions, and you click enter. Whoop, satu saat 500 respondents. Okay, all right. So, but I use it as well for keeping track of who have done their survey and who have not. So that way, I don't send the same survey to the people who has already answered, because then you'll be spamming. Okay, all right. This is another way to organize. Okay, all right. You can also use it as a pivot. Your data, pivot. All right. That way, instead of like counting who pivot it. Okay. All right, another way I would like to use it is for matrix concept. I use it for matrix concept. Okay, so I just put header there. Okay, the references, the year, the author's keywords and whatnot. So I work together with a few other colleagues of mine. And what we do is we just read and then we put all the data in according to the headings. So yeah, it's something like systematic literature. Okay, so for coding as well, exactly for coding. Okay, so you can use Google Sheet. Okay, so it's a useful tool. It's not just for counting. Okay, yeah. And then once you're done putting all the data in, pivot it, and then jadi one paper. Okay. All right. Now I use this to track my students' engagement. Okay, this is one of the paper that I submitted last year, where I use gamification for my class. All right, so what I did was I gave them challenges, and then whatever that they did in class, yeah, and then they can track their engagement. This is how I track their engagement. So you can see participation, anything that they share, weekly challenges. I give them weekly challenges. They do it. I put marks in there. Okay, assignments. Gosh, what is that? I can't see it. Event participation. Oh yeah, I asked them any UiTM event, if they participate and they have certificate, they show it to me, I give them marks. XP points. So what in this instance, they can see I use Google Sheet only. During this time I don't know how to build applications, so I use Google Sheets. So they can just look at their participation, because their carrot, okay, is that by the end of the semester, whatever XP points that they collected, all these are XP points. You see this? This is our XP points. These are the top five. All right? They can claim from me. During that time, we didn't boycott Starbucks yet. So, yeah, we didn't boycott Starbucks yet. So the only thing that they wanted was the Frappuccino chocolate mint something, okay, which cost about what, 25 ringgit? Yeah, that's all they want. I said, okay, top 5. So they were fighting for that. Okay, so by the end of the semester, we all go to Starbucks, and I give them plus more. Okay, so this is one of the ways that you can do with Google Sheets. Yeah? All right, Google Form. Okay, all right. So you can use that. I'll give you the slides after this. All right? I don't know if you want them, but I'll give it to you anyways. All right. Now, here's the thing, yeah, the Google Form is more than just surveys. So I use it for, especially if I'm asking for participants, if they are willing to be my participants, my respondent. And if they are willing, then they just answer the questions. When would be an available time for me to contact them and do interview. So that way you don't have to like bug them, are you free now? Are you free now? Are you free now? Sebab bila tak free. Okay, so this is one way. Just give them the form, and then they will decide when they are free, and you make yourself you accommodate them. All right. So, like I said, it's more than just survey. Okay, that's it. Wow, 25 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. Questions? Yes? No? All right, thank you so much.
Okay. We are done with all 4 keynote speakers, 2 industry sharing, and we are down with 2 more students innovation project sharing. Okay, are we ready, students? All right, so let us call the first project innovation sharing. The first group comes from our very own APB LG240 students from LG2405D with their innovation product Linguaverse, the Flying Dutchman's chapter. With this, I would like to call upon the representatives from 5D, Haris Mirza Muhammad Rosli and Nur Fatihah Abdullah.
All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon to the management of APB, delegates of UNTAN, and last but not least, students from both APB and UNTAN. Today, we're semester 5 students from LG 240 will be presenting on our innovation titled Linguaverse, the Dutchmanship's Chapter. So, my name is Haris Mirza bin Muhammad Rosli, one of the main presenters for the team.
My name is Nur Fatihah binti Abdullah.
So, without further ado, let's start our innovation showcase. So, I want you to imagine a classroom buzzing with excitement instead of boredom, where learning English feels like an adventure instead of just another chore. We all know that traditional ways of learning English, just like reading textbooks, can be pretty dull. So we know that students often lose interest along the way when learning English. This is because many of them prefer using videos or games when learning instead of just reading from textbooks. Despite the fact that we have been learning English since primary school, all of us still struggling with it. That's why we saw this problem and took on the challenge to make learning English more exciting and effective. We are thrilled to introduce to you Linguaverse, the Dutchmanship Chapter. Linguaverse isn't just an app. It's a whole adventure that makes learning enjoyable. Equipped with cool stories, interactive games, and rewarding achievement, Linguaverse is designed to inspire everyone. Imagine a classroom where students use digital platform like an app or a game that allow the students explore digital world while making decisions that can affect their adventure. Each decision that they will make will help them practice their language skills with more natural way. So we've taken parts of LG 240 syllabus course and turned them into fun language learning games. So for your information, LG 240 is a degree program that focuses on language and communication, which helps students to become professional English communicators, which align with our main objective to help students boost their grammar, reading, listening, and pronunciation skills. So we've combined great storytelling with advanced technology to create an adaptive learning environment. We are using industrial-grade game development engine called Unity, a one-for-all framework that uses C# programming to develop a game application that can universally deployed across various platforms, just like other popular games such as Pokemon Go, Among Us, and Genshin Impact. So, Fatihah, can you explain a little bit on how we created Linguaverse and what is in store for the potential users when using our app?
All right, thank you, Haris. So, how we started the Linguaverse? So, we know that every time we want to conduct a project, we have to start somewhere, right? So initially we started as in the class project, Mr. Haziq class. So we were asked to create a learning language app, and that's why we produced the Linguaverse. So you might be wondering why the name of our app is Linguaverse. So Linguaverse means the combinations of the two words. The first word is lingua. So lingua means that language is the Latin word, and also verse is from the word of universe. So it sounds verse because we know that universe consumes a lot of things. So we want to relate the universe with linguaverse because linguaverse also comprises with a lot of things such as tests, exercises that the students, the learners can explore throughout the app. Next slide. Okay, for the students, we know that linguaverse, we're gonna have a big impact on them. It is because it can boosting their motivations and also enhance their English proficiency in 4 aspects, which are comprehension, grammar, listening, and also pronunciations. So these are kind of can improve their English language proficiency. And also for the educators, we also have provided some of the formative and also summative assessment. For example, like drag and drop, fill in the blank, multiple choice question, and also Scrabble. The best part is in this game, the educators do not need to manually mark each of the question because in this app we have set it up to gradually mark, and also it can provide the personalized feedback. Okay, so Linguaverse app is also compatible to various of platforms and also devices. For example, like iOS, Windows, macOS, and also for the Android. So using the developments of upgrading Unity, we know that the C+ programming can allow the publications of our app with the use of the Windows, Androids, and the other platforms. Okay, so what we can say that our app is also aligned with standard curricula because we believe that the educators can also apply it with their teaching plans and with their engaging gameplay. We know that this Linguaverse can lead to effective of learning language because we know that nowadays we know that we live in the Gen Z world, so we need to fulfill in the needs of the modern learners. So that's why we believe that the Linguaverse app is surely can make an effective learning language. And the third one is cost effective. So we know that the educators are using the papers, spending a lot of money buying test papers, and this can lead to a lot of costs that the educators can work out. So that's why we produce the Linguaverse app. And lastly, we can see that using the Linguaverse app is also sustainable because we know that when we use the Linguaverse app, we can go to greener future. We can reduce the use of the papers. Okay. So before we continue to introducing our members, we would like to have one volunteer to try our game. Who would like to volunteer? It's an easy game. Okay, if no one wants to volunteer, I will pick one. I think there's a... Who's? 5. Okay, it's okay. I choose the girl with the spectacle one. Okay, can you give an applause to her? Hello, what's your name? My name is Nuhairunis. Okay, Hairunisa, come. So this is the layout of our game by using the Unity. We got SpongeBob here. We know that SpongeBob is popular among the young adult, among the people, so we use that to resemble our app. I think there is a technical issue here. Karinisa, are you okay? Karinisa, are you ready?
See what you.
So on the first page, they will be putting your name on it. Welcome, Karinisa. Are you ready? Yes or no? Yes. Here we implement a dialogue. So here we where you are exposed to the storyline of the game. So as mentioned earlier by our Haziq in doing he mentioned that storyline makes the students more immersed in learning. So here is the map. So each maps are locked, and in order to unlock the other door, you must complete the challenge, which is grammar, listening, reading, and pronunciation. So these are the notes. So the learners can refer to these notes before they start to answering the exercises and also the tests. And it all happen here on one interface. You don't need to search on Google or everywhere. So it's a hustle, right? So everything is here. So it's easy. Okay, here after the lesson, the notes, we move to exercises. So
so that the students can practice what they learned in the lesson earlier. And here we also have the submit and retry button where students can they get the feedback, either the answer is correct or not. So you can see here. Let's Veronica try to answer the question. Alright, so you can see that there is a green box and also the red box. So it means that it is the wrong answer. So here, lecturer doesn't need to this is useful as an aid because here students can learn on by themselves, so they can see the feedback and they know, oh, this is my mistake. This is where I have this correct. So they know they can reflect on what they have learned on by themselves. So this is a great
The
aid
company's
for
strategic
students
plan
to learn.
significantly improved its market position.
So there's instructions of listen to the audio and rearrange the words to form a correct sentence. So we are using the rearranged words.
She meticulously reviewed the financial reports before the board meeting.
So does anyone here can answer this too?
Despite the challenging circumstances, they managed to meet the deadline.
Despite the challenging circumstances.
The novel delves into his dedication to the picture she had, the organ, having had a retained
Let's just
innovative.
skip that speed. Right? What happened here? It provides a feedback to give the whole score. So they this is basically the test, so they know where their level at.
It's either she wants to retry or she wants to go next.
So the next one is reading. So this is a lesson. So basically the flow for each elements is first notes, then practice, then test. So right now we're speed running the game.
You can see that at the end of the lab, they give the personal feedback.
Now the test. For the test, we have 3 levels: easy, intermediate, and hard. This is the right for winning the element for the reading element. For listening, we gave out the tips. For being a better listener, so from contextual clues, and all stuff. So all these are aligning with the curricula for semester 3 IPB students. So this is for the listening exercise. So you can see that there is a pause button, play button, and also stop button. So the learners can drag the volume scale, and also the what we call that, the progress of the audio, so that they can hear it repeatedly.
I can help you with that. What would you like to see? As much of Sydney as possible.
So this one also have the levels. So you can see for each level have the scores. So yeah, again, the student can reflect on their own to practice on their own and see how they're doing. Sandy turning to a ghost. Nice. So this is the last aspect, which is the pronunciation game. So in this pronunciation lesson, we provide the phonemic chart on the interface. So this is useful for us because you don't need to search one by one on Google how each phonemes sounds. So it's easy right here. And here also we include notes for word stress rules. So yeah, I think for APB students, they will see how it's good for them to refer for the understanding of pronunciation.
Cat. Cat.
Okay, we also have the feedback, so they know. From here they can learn. Yeah.
Not.
They can drag the one that they choose and put it inside the proper
word.
And I think for all element we provide different format of question formats so that it will be not boring. So yeah, instead of just MCQs for all the elements. Yeah.
January. Teamwork.
So for the test, we provide the level easy, medium, and also hard. Yay, correct. Next. What is that? October. Yay. Maniac. Oh no, you failed the test, so this one you also provide feedback. So this is the overall storyline. But if you fail, yes, you need to save all the characters. So this is the ending that we
that we will get. So yeah, that's all for the game basically. So I think it's very clear right now what's the function of Linguaverse is used to aid students to learn about to improve their English language. So lecturers can use this as a supplementary tools to help teaching students. This is the team members. Our leader, Nurse Lila binti Hasnumanai, Nuko Aini Izzati, Kisila Izzati, Mimasa Fateha, Aris Mirza, Ari, and also not to forget our favorite top lecturer in APB, which is Mr. Haziq. Thank you, Mr. Haziq, for your guidance. So you guys can scan here to try out the game. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you. If you have any questions or curious about anything, please ask. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. I believe Sir Haziq is very proud of his students. Let us all give a big clap to them. All right, now it is the last but not least session for today's seminar. Okay, of course, it is not complete as we are also curious about what Universitas Tanjungpura will share with us. Based on their title, to me it's interesting, as it is an innovation product that involves the utilization of virtual reality and augmented reality. I'm pretty sure that everyone is curious what they will demonstrate. So let's welcome Togihan Josia Paber Simaremare with the product title Developing a Unified Application of VR and AR. Please welcome.
I want to show something. I want to show the AR. Sure. Okay. But my battery is. Later I will forget about it. Can I put it on here? Yeah. Yes, of course. Oh, we have TSL. Okay, check. Samkun. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so before I start my presentation, I want to tell you that I am a little bit sad because there are a few people here. So, but the show must go on. So I will present my presentation at my best. So before we start my presentation, let's do an ice breaking. So ice breaking is when we break the ice. No, yeah.
So we will make a short or play a short game. So when I say good morning, I want you to clap your hands once. You can clap your hand once now. Good morning. And if I say good afternoon, you need to clap your hand twice. You see the pattern, right? So good afternoon. Good job. And when I say good evening, so you need to clap your hand 3 times. So good evening. And when I say good night, what should you do? 4 times? No. At night, people are sleeping, everyone. Yeah? So we need to not clap. So you can do this. Got it? Okay, let's try. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Good night. Okay, good. Let's play, okay? Good afternoon. Good night. See? I knew it. I knew it. One more time. Good evening. Good evening. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good night. Okay. Give a big applause for us. Give a big applause. Okay. So, today I will show you my presentation about developing an augmented reality as a learning media. The Wi-Fi is so slow. Because I can connect to your Wi-Fi, yeah? I use my friend's hotspot. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, maybe we can do it like this because the Wi-Fi. Finally. Okay, so let me introduce myself. My name is Togihon Joshua Bersi Mare. I am a Bataknis. I come from Indonesia, West Kalimantan. So I am an university's Tanjungpura University student. So my major is educational technology, and now I am on the 3rd semester. By the way, it's magister, okay? So it's my master degree, yeah. Give me a big applause. Okay, so the AR that I developed is about learning the states of matter. Do you know what are the states of matter? Really? It's for primary 3. Yeah? Solid, liquid, gas, and the last one is? Yeah, we have a new one. So there are 4 states of matter. Solid, liquid, gas, and plasma. You can find it on Google actually, okay? But because I made this for primary 3, so I only show the students about solid, liquid, and gas. Now, what is AR? Most of you know about it already, right? But to make it simple, I already write something here. In a simple term, we summon a virtual objects to our real-world environment through a medium like a smartphone or tablet. For example is, what is it? Pokemon Go. So we can summon a Pokemon here to our real-world environment using our phone or smartphone through our camera. Okay, so we need a phone, a device, and a good internet connection. So from some papers, I collect that the pro and the cons about AR, everyone. So first, I don't know how to read that. KL Jun et al. I don't know. Said that with AR, students can learn important skills that are hard to teach in other technology-based learning environments. And the cons is, despite the benefits, AR is not widely used as a learning tool in school because of the difficulties in designing, implementing, and using AR application, which make it hard to include in a classroom setting. So, in our world, there's a bad guy, good guy, pro and cons, right? Like and dislike, agree and disagree. Yeah. So this is the pro and the cons about AR. Maybe you can find another journal or paper about this. So, what AR did I develop for my students? By the way, they are primary 2 students, and I developed AR using CoSpace. Have you ever heard about CoSpace? Anyone? No. So it's a website that allow us to create AR and VR in the same website. So you can create both using CoSpace. And to show the AR, I need a medium called Merge Cube. This is the thing. So this thing is called Merge Cube. Okay? So when I say, do you believe me that I can summon something on this? Do you believe it? Do you believe in magic? No? Okay. So I will use this to show the AR that I have created. So my concern is to show the students that even though a plastic bottle, not rigid, and a rubber band is elastic, they are still a solid material. So the problem for my students in primary 3 is they believe that solid materials should be hard, should be rigid. Yeah, for like a gold bar, a rock, a diamond, they think that it's solid must be hard. So when they do the pretest in their class, they tend to write only the hardest thing in the world. Okay? So my concern is I want to change their thinking or anything about the concept. The concept about solid things. That solid things not only hard and rigid, but it can be a rubber band that elastic and a plastic bottle like that. And why not I use the real things? Because I want to show the students that rubber band is solid and but plastic bottle is solid, right? Why don't I use the real thing? So using a real object is valuable, everyone. But this approach offers an alternative way to teachers to convey concept effectively. This way or this approach is using AR. So using AR allows for creativity, flexibility, and engagement, especially in situations where real items may not be available or practical for the lesson. Now, before I go to the challenges, I want to show you the AR I already developed, okay? Do you want to see magic, right? Okay, so I will use this application. Eh, where is it? Hello, Spada. Where is my screen? Could you help me? Is it extended? Oh, okay. Technology. Okay, so this is the AR that I use. The name of the application is CoSpace. Oh my God, Mr. Juhata. Where is the Wi-Fi? See, I cannot connect to your Wi-Fi. Oh my God. Oh, my mama. Okay, sorry. Sorry ya, sorry. Okay, Samkun. Where is Samkun? Samkun 00. Astaga. Mana? Okay, Samkun. Okay, so this is the AR that I developed. So let's see. Let's click play. So we need the medium here, the AR. the merge cube. So as you can see here, there's nothing. And if I use my handphone to this cube, so the merge should face up like this, and ta-da! Where's the applause? So the students can use teacher's phone and a magic cube to merge cube to see the AR. So if we click the person will tell something. Hello students, I have a lot of solid materials on my table.
Materials on my table. Solid is a state of matter that has a fixed shape, volume, and mass. It means you can
hear
hold it
sound
with your hand.
while reading the text. And if they want to click the laptop, they can click it.
That is a laptop. Of course, it can't bend easily and hard, so it is a solid material.
Let's see for the plastic bottle. Where is it? Okay.
That is a plastic bottle because it is not hard. You think that it is not a solid material.
Okay.
Plastic bottle is a solid material. It is transparent, waterproof, and can bend easily.
And now, let's go to this side. Do I need to use my phone like this? No, we can move the cube. And ta-da! Like that. Where's the big applause here? So, this is about, I don't know, Mr. X, we can call him that. So, he will tell something about to you.
Do you like milk? I have a bottle of milk on my hand. Milk is a liquid material because it has no definite shape but have a definite mass and volume.
So something on his hand is a milk, and a milk is a solid material. And if the students curious about the cow, they can touch anything. Yeah. So let's try to cut the cow. Yeah, the cow will sound like that. And if we click the rock,
Those are some hard rocks. Of course, it is a solid material.
and what is this? I'm curious, sir.
That is a metal bucket. We use it to store the milk.
Oh, we use that to
As you
store
already
milk?
know, it is a solid material.
Of course, it's a solid material, sir. Okay, and let's see the last one is about gases. So we can move our merge cube here, and there is firewoman, firefighter here, and then she will say something to us.
Hello. Looks like someone forgot to extinguish the campfire. It will be dangerous because it can burn other things and it produces smoke. Smoke is a gaseous
Bomba.
material. Carbon, oils, and ash are what make smoke visible.
Okay, so the smoke that comes from the fire is one of the example of gases. And if the students want to click any object here, they can click anything on the this AR. Okay, so with this AR, the students show some improvement, everyone. So I will stop this. Yeah. So they already know that solid is not only about hard things and something rigid, but it can be something that we can hold. Because for the AR, they can hear and read the text there. But everyone, there is a challenge with this technology. So when I implement this media to my students, which is primary 3 students, I use the teacher phones because the students are not allowed to bring the phones. Okay, so I use approximately maybe four phones. Okay, and 2 of the phone specification is low. Yeah, and I divide the students into some groups, and those students that in the groups that has smartphone with low specification said that AR is difficult because of the smartphone specification. So the first challenge is the device specification. Yeah, this technology requires powerful devices with advanced graphics and processing capabilities. Low smartphone specification can affect students' experience, everyone. So if you want to implement AR to your class, you need some higher device specification. like that. And the second one is the internet connection, of course. Like as you can see before, when I want to show my presentation, right? It's because the Wi-Fi is slow. Yeah, Pak Johata. So, additionally, AR or VR experiences rely heavily on stable, high-speed internet connection to function seamlessly, which can be a barrier in the areas with poor connectivity. So if you want to implement AR or VR, make sure that you have a good device specification and a good internet connection. That's all for me. Thank you. See you later. Yeah, thank you. Any question? No?
Hello, testing. Yeah, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
What were the applications or tools used in order to develop that? What is it? AR sample application.
I use CoSpace, sir. CoSpace. I will show you.
So all the resources can be found from the same software from CoSpace, is it?
Let me show you. Okay, so actually there are a lot of tools that we can use to develop AR or VR. For example, you can use assembler, right? Everyone, class, you can use assembler. But now I want to use a CoSpace. So in CoSpace, sir, we can they provide some of important material. Like, let me show you. See, this is the impact of low internet connection. You can see the loading. See. That's why you need. And why I can connect to this campus Wi-Fi? Why I should use Samkun 009? I cannot log into UiTM Wi-Fi guest. It said guest, but I need to put some information like my name, etc. So long. Huh? Yeah. Let's see. But I cannot speak bahasa Malayu ya. Malayu. I cannot speak that. And I cannot speak Mandarin either. So, yeah, I think. Okay, let me show you, sir, that we have library here. And they provide characters with lot of characters. And we can use it. Like a cute baby. And then we have a black woman. And yeah, we can also have and firefighter, also the astronaut, sir. And we have animals. We have a lot of animals like rabbit, deer, etc. We have also housing, sir. We can put anything we want. And we have nature, full of flowers. This is a cute flower. And we have transportation, sir. We have Vespa. We have a car.
So I have one question. So are these resources, are they freely accessible, or do we need to pay?
You need to buy their plan, sir. Yeah. Right. So you can see the pricing list. Yeah. Let's see together. I also curious. And for the plastic bottle, sir, and the rubber band, they are not provide them here. So I use Sketchfab, sir, to find the 3D model, sir. Because I cannot create my own 3D model, but I want to learn, and that's why I install Blender here. Yeah, that's why I install Blender there. Let's see the pricing list.
Like for the programming part, what was the programming language used in order to develop?
Good question, sir. Yeah, that is a good question, everyone. Because in linguistic before, they use C#, right? If you don't know C#, you can search it on Google. Actually, it's so hard. and I can even coding with C#. But with this application, I can code it easily. Why? Because they use code blocks. Any other question? How, sir? No, madam, because I only need maybe 1 day to develop this. Because yeah, it's easy, miss, because we only need to drag and drop the object, miss, and madam, and also drag and drop the code. So it's more easier than C#. Like that. Any other question from the students? 1 versus 5 law. 1 versus 5, solo versus squad. One question from? Oh, okay. No question here? No? Yeah, miss? Madam?
I'll start from the beginning. How did you discover this platform, and how exactly? I mean, not exactly. Approximately, how long does it take for you to master this particular?
I mastered this for 3 days, and I'm also part of Time Door Academy. So it's a coding. Nah, this is me, the handsome boy. So I'm part of Time Door Academy, and I have access to that.
Yes, handsome
See?
indeed.
The smile? Woo! That's why a little bit disappointed, because before there are a lot of people here, and I went show them my handsome face, and there's nothing there. Oh my God! Huh? They have class, everyone, because tomorrow is holiday, right, sir? Miss, like that, miss. Any other question? Enough, Pak Zuri? Okay, give a big applause to me.
Okay, thank you so much. The last presenter for today, Sir Togihon Josia Paber. Okay, so I believe that marks the end of our seminar for today. How are we feeling so far? Where are you going after this? Where? All right. Okay, so with that presentation, we conclude today's event. We are deeply honored to have learned so much from all presenters today, for keynote speakers as well as industry sharing as well. It has been a pleasure having all of you here. Are we all happy? Okay. If we are happy, can I request for a group photo? Yes. All right, so can I have everybody to go in the middle so that we can snap a photo together? Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day. Testing, testing. Please come to the middle, yeah, everyone.